Yeah, we're in! Okay. The fortress city of Sandoria lies to the north of the great continent of Kuon, the beating heart of an ancient kingdom. It is home to 1,000 legends past. This music is so much better than the original. But now her reign of glory is but a memory. Heroes raise shining swords to the heavens no more. Oh, I see my resolution is wrong. I'm gonna have to fix the resolution when we get in. So it might look a little wide. The sun has set on the kingdom of knights, an old lion never to rise again. Thus do some dismiss her now. Yeah, the resolution is too wide. I have to fix that when we get in. Alright, young Elvon knights venture proudly to the wilds of Vanadil. God, this music is... The original Sandoria music is just this MIDI bagpipe nightmare music. It's terrible. I mean, it's classic, it's iconic, but it's not good. This is so much better. Like, it's the same beat, it's the same music, but it's like orchestral now. Alright, should fortune favor her, bards across the land will sing of her exploits for generations to come. Of course, she has only begun her rise to glory. No one can tell what her future holds. We begin our life as an adventurer. Never before has she set foot within the Elvon capital, but she's resolved to... It went by too fast. Yeah, look, there's a lot of elfism going on here, it's fine. This is also why it's a little weird to be a human starting in Sandoria. It's a little weird, you know? God, my character looks so wide. Again, this is, I can fix it after the cutscene. Alright. I say, watch where you're going. Out of my way, human! Oh, a new recruit, are you? That explains it. Well, far be it from me to chastise someone on her first day. Still, as citizens of Sandoria, you... Wait, the expedition has returned! There is plot in FF11. It's here. You got it. Halt! I must inspect your ranks for infiltrators. But let us through, we are exhausted. Still, I must check for infiltrators. As a Temple Knight, I am responsible for the safety of the Citadel. You Royal Knights must cooperate. Is this how you thank us, treating us like criminals? You Temple Knights have it easy, safe inside these walls. We have no time for your games. How dare you! What is going on here? Oh, who's here now? Oh, that actually looks really good. That's some good armor. Lady Curilla, these royal knights refuse to verify their identities. Ah, welcome back, royal knights. You must be weary. After reporting to Prince Treon, shed your armor and see your families. Long have they waited for you. Yes, Lady Curilla. I assume she's a paladin. That looks very paladin to me. Royal Knights, forward! Man, it's a very different intro than the one you get in Bestock. Very different intro. Look, no, that elf hair is fabulous, alright? Those knights are back from a dangerous mission. Remember, sometimes the rules can be bent. Take pride in your duties, and do not mind the trivial. Remember, we are the face of Sandoria. Yes, madam! Oh man, we're in for chivalry here. And to the new recruit, say this, the glory of Sandoria depends upon each and every citizen. Good luck. I'm kind of wishing I went elf now, it would have fit better. General Curilla, bravo! You are gifted with much sympathy. Without your temple knights, we royal knights could not patrol the wilderness. Your order is a sturdy pillar upon which we rest. The funny thing is, Darth, literally that is exactly what fucking happens. Alright, We are not your servants, Rahal, but tell me how you fared your patrol. You seem drawn to the world outside, Kirilla. Perhaps you find this fortress too constraining. Man, there's a lot of plot at the beginning. Like, I know FF11 can look like just an endless grind, but there is a story here. Alright, none of your business, but your troops, they did look weary. Did you make any progress against the enemy? The enemy! No, it is ever the same. No one can tell what orcs may do next. I always must, always must I struggle with two chains of command. You know, Prince Trion and Prince Piuge? I see the wisdom in both their strategies, but... Rahal, we needn't discuss this before the recruit. Shall we walk to the castle? Yeah, look, this is way over my rank right now. Like, I ain't gonna be dealing with this shit till like at least rank 5. Alright, it would be an honor. Let us enjoy a bottle of 812 Rolandberry. Good year, in the warmth of my chamber. I prefer the strategy council room. I shall make Battalia tea, should you thirst. No, that is a thing, the elves. That's actually a difference between humans and elves. Most elf armors, they have exposed thighs. It is what it is. Ever the same, I see. Well, where am I right now? Where's the Warrior of Light? I don't understand. That was General Kirilla of the Temple Knights. Her order watches over the city and protects Chateau de Orgueil. I have no idea. Rahal's Royal Knights, on the other hand, spy on our enemies and battle fiends. With such disparate duties, the two orders maintain a tense rivalry. Perhaps I could be of service. Is there anything in particular you'd like to know? Okay, nothing. I want to go out and do battle. I want to go shopping. I want to know more about adventuring. I'm good. I'm good. That's the correct answer. Here, take this adventure coupon. Give it to Alivia in the Victory Square. I'll show you where she is on your map, okay? Near the auction house. Okay, thanks for telling me how the map works. This is just tutorial stuff. Yeah, I know how to trade. So, like, how different is this from Final Fantasy XIV's intro? Like, in FF14, you kind of get set up as, like, you know, the hero immediately. In this game, it's like, oh, hey, here, take this coupon. It's good for one adventure. Go over there. Alright, let's see. I need to fix my my resolution real quick. It's a little stretched. Well, first off, I hope this all isn't too loud. I'm gonna tone down the effects a little bit. I feel like it's too loud, but I could be wrong. Alright, let's see. It's somewhere in here. Okay, there's a couple settings I gotta fix. Okay, shadows, yeah, that's good. Good. Misc 2. Yeah, here we go, aspect ratio. Yeah, right now it's set in 4:3, 16:9. There we go. Yeah, it looks, everyone looks a lot less thick now. Might be some other things. Oh yeah, put on inventory sort. Okay, we're good. We good. So, alright, this is HorizonXI. I mean, the first major thing to notice is the music. So this music is all new. They have redone pretty much all the music in the game. It's no longer like MIDI music, it's real music. They generally stick to what was there, but they remaster it. If you look at the textures and things, like look at my character here, there is no blurriness on my character anymore. Like, you saw it on Eden, right? Like, the armors looked a little blurry. None of that here. There is much more detail on everything. You look at the textures on the walls and things like that. Like it has a painted look now, right? Like it looks very painted. The floors, they don't look like, things don't look muddy and blurry anymore. So that's kind of the immediate thing you'll notice on this server. Also, do I have a weapon? I do. Yeah, also, this server has way more people playing on it than Eden, so, you know, there's less people multi-boxing, but yeah, there's just more people actively playing the game, so cities feel, you know... Oh, Black Mage just teleported. Yeah, things, you know, they feel a little more alive. And, I mean, I got nothing but good things to say about the Persona franchise. Like, I got nothing but good things. I mean, you know, 3 and 4 are my favorites. I gotta play 5. But, I think 3 is kind of my favorite more than 4, even though 4 is the first one I played. Oh yeah, going for that hard sail. Sail with a hard S. Oh, another thing you might notice about this server here, real quick, the nameplates. So like, on Eden, they use the original text font. Here they redo the fonts. You'll notice it in the menus. It's a little less stylized, but it's much more legible. Like it's more readable than the old font. But yeah, like just looking around, like yeah, the game, it's, you know, it's just more detailed. Like it just is. Oh yeah, I have to hand over my adventure coupon. One sec. Yeah, trade. Here is my adventure coupon. It's good for exactly 1 adventure. Oh, why, hello. I'm Elevia. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Learning your way around can be daunting at first, but take your time and you'll be fine. Should you get lost, check the map. So yeah, they're just, it's tutorial stuff. Like, I am a seasoned Final Fantasy XI adventurer, I don't need that. But it's there if you need it, right? For people who might need it. And they point you to the guardsmen so you can begin the main story. I'm not gonna start that just yet, I think. So hold on, I have a map. Let's go out into the wilderness and do a little adventuring. And yeah, Sito, I don't know what it is, but like... Persona 3, I just fucking love that game. I think it's that it gets so dark, right? Like, it's not just edge, there's a point to it. It's not a pizza cutter. But yeah, I think the best way to do it is just pretend the spin-offs don't exist. I would like to play. I own Persona 5, the you know, the Royal Edition or whatever. I have it. I just haven't played it yet. I need to. And I'm kind of just still looking at all the characters, and like they are so much more detailed than I'm used to. So much more. Let's see. Let me talk to the gate guard and get my signet. Cast signet on me. So I get crystals. Alright, I have spells, right? Yeah, I'm a red mage, so I have Dia. Yeah, I'm a red mage, so I have access to both black and white magic. I am the ultimate anime protagonist. I've got blue hair, I can use every form of magic known to man, I'm an expert with the blade. It's perfect, right? It's perfect. This is the kind of character I want to play. Now, I will say, I should make a macro before I do anything. So let's see, I'm gonna delete this book first, and we'll start with it. So yeah, you wanna cast yourself a spell in Final Fantasy XI? Well, here's how you do it. Macro dia slash magic ability, quote, dia, not die, dia, bracket, or, yeah, or, at a bracket, less than, T, greater than, there you go. My years of Final Fantasy XI have trained me how to write a macro. So now I can easily cast Dia. I don't have to fumble through the menu in order to do it. I think writing a macro to use your abilities, it's just one of those things that becomes second nature at a certain point. Also, I want to hear this music. I haven't heard the new Ronfar music. Ooh. Ooh, I like this. So it's the same tune. This is the same tune that it's always been. But it's much higher quality. Like, this is revamped music. This is all new. The story in FF11. I'd say, like, I guess if you want to compare it to Final Fantasy XIV, it's a very different kind of story. And it's also, you play through it in a very different way. So, like in FF14, you have the story, right? And you play through it, and, you know, you're the hero, the warrior of light, and all that. You have a very big part in the story. In Final Fantasy XI, you are just an adventurer. You aren't special. Like, we're not the hero, we're not the chosen one, we're not the warrior of light. We're just an adventurer. And that means we can be whatever we want to be, you know? But the thing is, the way that the story works in this game, there is no main story quest. Like in FF14, there's a main story, right? Oh god, this is really going orchestral. I love this. Like this, the original game's music, it's like a MIDI file. This is amazing. I see why people like this server. Yeah, it is very rags to riches, but like, I guess let me give an example, right? So, the way that things work is, I guess you could look at it like there are story arcs, and they relate to different things. Like, so if I go to like the town guard, he'll give me my nation quest, right? And the nation quest is as close to a main story quest as you get in this game. You basically rise in the ranks of your nation's adventure military thing, right? That's the closest to a main story quest you get. But then also, all of the expansions have their own story arcs that are completely independent from that. So, like, for example, the first expansion is Rise of Zalart. So, like, that content is completely separate from, like, the nation, like, the nation quests, right? And there's the, it's like, what is it, Primivia? I think, or Chains of, Primivia or something, like that's the second expansion. That is its own, like, story arc with its own, like, its own main story quest. So, like, every expansion is kind of handled as its own story that's kind of self-contained. And, you don't play through these. I know, I have a lot, like, I've played a lot of these games. I've loved them since I was a little kid, alright? And I'm fucking old. But, like, okay, here's an example, right? Let's say I'm at rank 2 with my nation state, and that's a story, right? But then I do, like, Rise of Zalart, and, I'm, like, rank 3 with that, right? They're totally separate. And they're also not level restricted. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Korean-style MMOs. They're not... I've played them. I have played Korean MMOs, and they never really leave me feeling good. Like, I feel worse after I play them. But I guess to kind of continue to explain this, Like, you know, in Final Fantasy XIV, it's like you go from level 1 to 50, and that's like the base game. And then, you know, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, you know, it's very linear. But with this, like, I could be level 30, and I'm doing Rise of Zalart, I'm doing Chains of I think it's Promathia, Chains of Promathia. I'm doing Treasures of Ot Urgen. Like, I can be involved in all of these separate, like, they're all main story quests in their own way, but they're not there's no leveling to it. Like the expansion content all runs parallel. So like, there's expansion stuff that it provides level 1 through 75 content. 75 is the classic cap, and this server is always gonna stay at 75 even when they do the later expansions. But like, it's not linear. It's not a linear story like FF14, and you're not the hero. So it's a very different experience. It's not for everyone, but I like it. I prefer it. The only thing is, this is a slow game. Like, I'm a level 1 red mage, so let me show you combats. Again, well, I showed you combat before, but now we're just a shitty level 1. So I can cast Dia, because I'm a red mage. And it's just auto attack. Like, I'm just auto attacking right now. I can take my hands off the keyboard and mouse, and the game will just play itself. Obviously, you can't do this for the whole game, obviously. Like, this game does have boss fights. Like, it has the equivalent of Final Fantasy XIV trial fights with mechanics and all kinds of crazy shit. It has that. But for most of the encounters you're going to be doing, like for the leveling up and, you know, things that aren't like high stakes, right? It's very laid back. You know, very laid back. You can do other things while you're doing it. It's that kind of game. But it also depends on what kind of character you're playing. Like, some character classes are much more active than others. And then some of them you can just AFK. It just depends. Also, oh god, am I gonna die to this worm? Am I gonna die to this here worm? My health is getting pretty low. I'm just a shitty level 1 red mage. Okay. Ooh, I got an XP chain. Nice. Well, wait, no, it's not a cure spell. Dia, oh god, I keep forgetting. Dia, this is one of those spells that just isn't in Final Fantasy XIV. There's a lot of those. Like, Dia is not a cure spell. Dia is a damage over time debuff. It's a white mage spell. Like, if I open up my spell list, Dia lowers enemy defense and deals gradual light elemental damage over time. So that's what Dia is. It's the first spell that red mages get. It's the second spell that white mages get. Which I guess you're familiar with Final Fantasy XIV, at least, right? This game is very different. Like, it has much more classic stuff in common. Yeah, Dia is a cure spell in the Persona series. But here it's a light damage over time debuff, and it's actually pretty important. Like, in this game, so this is one of those big differences that I think people that are used to, say, FF14 would have difficulty with this. In this game, status effects and elemental effects are incredibly important. Damage types in general are super important. Oh my god, I miss so fucking much. Oh no, oh god, every fight with a worm is just death. Please hit your attack. I have 6 HP. Please hit your sword attack. Oh god. Okay. If it landed that stone, that would have just killed me. That would have just fucking dropped me. Yeah, that worm don't fuck around. But the trick is, and look, we're too low level, right? But this is a recurring enemy type. The trick to enemies like this is you gotta silence them. Like the higher level worm enemies, they cast pretty fucking rough damage. They actually have access to like they can quake you. Which anyone that knows Final Fantasy games, Quake is a massive AoE like Earth Elemental attack. It can just kill your party. So yeah, the higher level worms are pretty rough. The trick is you have to silence. Like you need a white mage or red mage to just cast the silence spell, and they're pretty easy once they're silenced. Like their physical attacks aren't that bad, and also they're completely immobile. So if you silence them and then use like a ranged weapon, like a bow or something, they're helpless. They're completely helpless. And that's kind of how Final Fantasy XI works. Like, yeah, you can just brute force fight things, and that's how a lot of fights will go. They'll just be brute force, but especially when you get to like the actual boss fights, like every boss fight there's strategies. You have to use certain strategies and tactics. You have to come prepared to deal with the encounter. You can't just run in and try to brute force it. It's not like 14 in that way. Man, I am really loving this like extended remastered orchestral version of this song. Like, this is honestly better. This is better than the live version of the game for the soundtrack. They did a fucking good job on this. Like, I can totally see why people want to play on this server. I get it now. Like, this is not just a museum. Alright, let me see if I can level up. Yeah, this fight should level me. I'm tired of getting nearly killed by worms. Oh look, getting all them sweet skill ups. I think this is the most popular one, at least for this type of. Oh yay! Like there are a lot of private servers for FF11. Some of them just emulate retail because people don't want to pay a subscription fee, but other ones try to emulate the classic game in its classic form. And those are, you know, those generally have like a couple hundred people playing on them. Like the server that I was playing on, it had about like, you know, almost 400 people playing on it. That's about how much most servers have. This server has about 2,000 people playing right now, and I play during EU hours. But like during the NA hours, they tend to have like up to 4,000 people playing. That could easily compete with the retail version of the game. Like there are actually probably more people on this server than there are on like any one retail server of the game right now, to give you an idea. And I think that really says that people love classic Final Fantasy XI. They love it. Yeah, I know the feeling, man. I know the feeling. Like, you know, since moving here, like, I do still, you know, like, I still, you know, I talk with a lot of NA people still. I tend to, you know, I like a lot of games that are they're just more popular with North American players. So I always feel like I'm kind of at odds for having a good time to play with people. It sucks. But this server is populated. Like, this server has, like, it has less people playing now than during North American hours, but like 2,000 people is a lot for a Final Fantasy XI server. Like, this server is fully populated right now. Like, I've never seen less than 1,000 people on this server. Oh hey, somebody casted Protect on me. Oh look, we got Friendly Mage. Look at that. This is what I like about this game. Friendly players just helping each other out. I like that. Also, eventually I will get a weapon skill, like if I open up this, I have no abilities right now, but as you gain skill points, you do unlock weapon skills that you can use with your TP, you know, your tactical points that you generate from fighting. So it's not all auto-attacking. There are weapon skills, you can combo with other players, all kinds of good stuff. We're just level 1 right now. This right here is the... Like, if any of you decide you want to play this game right now, this is what you will experience. You know, a little differently, like if you play a warrior, then obviously you're not going to be casting any spells. If you play as like a black mage or something, then you're only going to be casting spells. But mostly this is the new player experience. Mostly. Now, I don't have to run around killing these things. I could, you know, I could if I wanted to. I don't know, do some quests or whatever. Like, there's other things I can do. But, this is a good start to the game. You know, you want to establish yourself, get some EXP, get some levels, get some loot that you can sell so that you can buy equipment and spells and all the other shit you'll need. But it can be, like, this game can be a little slow when you're first starting off. When you're first starting off, yeah, you know, you don't have much to work with, you're dirt poor, your game is kind of limited, but that will change over time, and by the time you get up to like level 50 or so, you're gonna have a lot of abilities, a lot of spells, you're gonna have lots of things you can do. But yeah, we're just level 2. Or, we are a level 2 red mage right now. But I will say this, red mage is, like, look, I honestly like most of the classes in Final Fantasy XI. They're all fun in their own way. But I gotta admit, I love red mage. It's kind of my favorite Final Fantasy class in general. And I think Final Fantasy XI red mage is one of the better... It's one of the better versions of the class. Like, you can cast most white magic, you can cast most black magic, you can wear armor, you can use swords proficiently, like you can actually fight properly, like a proper fighter. Like, it's just a really solid all-around class. Like, if you want to be, well, you can't really go full-on melee DPS, you're not quite that good at it, but you can augment it with your magic, and you can be, like, you can put out good physical damage. You can do pretty good magic damage, too. Or you can be a healer. Like, red mage in this game is actually good enough at healing that you can join a party as the healer. Like, with the right equipment, because unlike Final Fantasy XIV, in this game, you are not limited in your equipment choices. Oh, look at that fucker come along. Look at that. Bad boy Bass just came along and one-shotted that thing with a battle axe. But, yeah, look at it, he's just one-shotting him. But yeah, in this game, like, if you look at my sword, look at all the classes that can use this sword. Warrior, Red Mage, Thief, Paladin, Dark Knight, Beastmaster, Bard, Ranger, Ninja, Dragoon, Blue Mage, Corsair, and Rune, I think that's Rune Fencer? It's one of the newer classes. But, like, yeah, in this game, let's say I wanted to be the healer as a Red Mage. Well, obviously, I can't be the healer with a sword, obviously. But if because, you know, swords don't really have any magical benefits, right? But if I equip a staff that gives me a boost to my MP, so I have more MP to work with, and, you know, I equip a robe instead of armor, so I get more magic bonuses, you know, use some magic rings that help me out with that, I could totally be a healer. Like, depending on the equipment you wear as a red mage, you can basically replace a white mage or a black mage or anything in between. Fuck, with the right gear, you can be a tank. You can tank if you want to, if you use the right gear and the right sub-job. Which, oh yeah, that's another thing. One of the best parts of Final Fantasy XI is the sub-job system. Unfortunately, you won't really get access to that until, like, around level 18 or so. Maybe 20 if you're unlucky. Because it's a whole quest you have to unlock, right? And you'll need help with it. You will not be able to do it on your own. You'll have to ask for help. Most quests in the game are like that. You will have to ask people to help you. But, yeah, see, right now I'm just a red mage. But, like, in the future, when I unlock sub-jobs, I'll probably level up, yeah, like, I'll probably level up black mage so I can sub that. So I can make my black magic stronger and get access to more spells. Or I'll level up white mage and I'll sub that to it, so that I can be a better healer when people need a healer instead of, you know, a DPS, right? Like, in Final Fantasy XIV, you'll level up multiple jobs, but you can only use one at a time, right? So really, there's not that much point to it. You know, if you just like one class, just play that. But in this game, if you really like a class, it's totally worth your time to level up, you know, different sub-jobs so that you can kind of expand your abilities, so you have more options open to you. Yeah, I know, they're jobs instead of classes, because, I mean, I guess that's your job in this fantasy world. Oh, yay! Yay! But yeah, I can give so many examples of how your sub-job completely changes how you play the game. A really good example is Bard. So Bard is primarily a support buffing and debuffing class. They don't really do much other than support, right? Here's the thing, there's multiple ways you can take that. So if you want to, you can sub something like Thief or Ninja to Bard, and that seriously pumps up your ability to fight. So you could be like you could be a badass dual sword wielding bard that can actually crank out pretty good physical damage, right? Like, yeah, you're supporting your party, but when you're not playing your flute, you're stabbing people to death with your swords, right? Or the other way you could take that is you could sub white mage to bard and use a staff instead of like a melee weapon, and then you're kind of cranking the support roll up to 11. So now you're doing your buff and debuff songs, but you're also pitching in with healing. Like, you're not going to be good enough to be like the main healer for the group, but you'll be good enough that you can be a support healer. And support healers are necessary. You generally want to have more than one person healing in a group. Or like, you know, one person main healing and then another person maybe damage is their main function, but they're also helping to heal if it's necessary, right? So that's like just one of the examples of how choice of sub-job completely changes how the main job plays. That's one of those things that I think is really missing from Final Fantasy XIV. Like, I think 14 is really missing the customization that you get with this game. Also, my blue-haired anime protagonist, she's kind of growing on me. I'm the hero of this story. Though I'm only gonna play this character for the stream. It's just gonna be a stream character. I will literally not play this character unless it's for the stream, and when I'm just on my own, I'm just gonna do my own character. And for me, I like to keep that separation in every game I play, just because sometimes I just want to log into a game and chill. You know, no one's saying, "Hey, when's the stream? When's the stream?" No. Oh, I should be good on this one. The worm, I'm probably not gonna die to a level 1 worm. Probably not. I'm level 3 now, right? Oh, that means I'm level 3. That means I can use I'm trying to think if it's a black magic or a white magic, but I know there's another spell I can use. I know there's more spells I can use. I know it. But here's the thing, I gotta buy those spells. I only have a 60 gil to my name, and I don't think I have anything I can sell to get more gil. Like, I don't really have anything I can sell. I have these earth crystals, but they're not worth shit. So I guess I just gotta keep killing things, right? Yeah, look, I like having just, you know, a chill mode. I never want to hit that situation that some people get into, where they stream so much that, like, they hate video games. I never want that to happen. Oh, look at all these is that Santa Claus? Is that Santa Claus with a katana? I think it is. Yeah, look at all these players out in the newbie zone. Oh, it's great to see. Also, again, I want to put out one of the, so I have 16 MP right now, right? Now watch how much it rolls, 32. So I just gained 16 more MP when I rested. So that's a lot more than the default. So, okay, let me say this. I have 32 MP total right now, which is pretty small. In vanilla Final Fantasy XI, the rate of MP recovery is you start, when you first rest, you get 10 MP. And then in the next 10 seconds, you get 11 MP. And then 10 seconds after that, you get 12 MP. It's basically 10 to start, like you have to rest for 30 seconds, and then you get 10 MP. And then for every 10 seconds after that, you get 10 plus 1, and the plus 1 keeps adding on, right? That's the default rate of MP regen. It's perfectly fine, but it's very slow if you want to play the game more actively, it's very slow. This server sets, like, it has that default, but then every tick after it is the default plus 4. And the plus 4 keeps adding on. And that might not sound like a huge difference, but that is literally 4 times the rate of regeneration. And things that do increase your regen, they increase it a lot more. So playing a mage it's much less tedious on this server. It's still slow and it's still very classic. Like it doesn't totally change the game or anything, but it makes it a lot more friendly, I think, to people who want to actually play and not be sitting down meditating all the time. Just a quick thought, right? I think it still feels very classic. Like, that doesn't really get in the way of the game feeling like classic. Also, yeah, that's Vexus. That is that's one of the unfortunate things that I find about a lot of modern MMOs. They tend to really like instancing. And I get it, right? I totally get it. You know, it eliminates the competition that you get in the open world. You know, everyone can feel like they're doing, you know, this is my story, right? I don't have to compete with anything, but yeah, in this game, you will run into moments where you're competing with your fellow player. Like, you know, you're camping the same rare spawn or whatever. It happens. But the thing is, generally you want to work with your fellow player, you want to come to some sort of deal. You will have to socialize with your fellow players. You'll just have to. Eventually you will have to negotiate with other players. And that's part of the fun. Oh, so on this server they haven't implemented PvP yet, because PvP was not in the game initially. It was something that was added later on. But on Eden they do have PvP actually. So Eden has PvP. They're getting around to it on this server. I mean, they're making all these big changes, so I get why they're slower to, to launch the actual content. But the way that PvP works in this game, when it's implemented, is it's like a sport. It's called Ballista. And at certain times, there will be scheduled Ballista matches. And it just happens in the open world. Like, there is no, like, instance for it. But it's completely voluntary. It's not forced PvP. You sign up for a Ballista team, and then when the time comes, a Ballista match is declared, and it's this thing where you have to capture points and do objectives, and you can also fight each other, and you're playing in teams, right? You're playing in teams that are based on your nation. So it's basically like a weird military sport, if you will. But it's totally voluntary, and it's open world. It's just in the game. It's very interesting to watch a Ballista match. I have no issue with how they do the PvP here. But also, like, it's weird, Vexus, that you say, like, because I also play on Turtle WoW, which is the idea behind Turtle WoW is it's a private server kind of like this, where they take, like, the classic version of WoW, and they make it their own, like they make their own expansion packs, and kind of take the game in a different direction, but keep it classic. I never really have to rest a lot on that server, and my understanding is it's fairly accurate in most ways to how the game played initially. But I never found that resting, like meditating, was a problem in that game if you use food, right? Like, as long as you use food and potions and whatnot, it's not too much of an issue. It's certainly no EverQuest. Like, in EverQuest, if you play a wizard, which I was doing that before this, like in EverQuest, you basically spend all of your mana as a wizard killing a single enemy, and then you have to sit your ass down and meditate for about 3 minutes. Like, it's not like that here. This game is, and I don't think WoW's like that either. But here it's slow, but it's not terrible slow. It's fine. And even if I was a black mage, I wouldn't have to meditate after every single fight, because you can also just hit things, that works too. But this is a very team-intensive game. I'll put that out there, right? Unless you play as like a Beastmaster, alright? Which I was doing that on Eden. If you play as a Beastmaster, you can solo just fine. And the soloing is pretty quick. You don't really have to rest too much. Also, ding, got 4. God, I don't have enough money to buy my spells. But yeah, in this game, unless you're playing as a Beastmaster, or you're using Beastmaster as your sub-job so that you can charm monsters, you're not really going to be soloing past about level 15. Like, around level 15, soloing gets significantly harder, and it's just not really worth it. Like, it's way, way faster to team up with other players, and that's if you can still solo, right? So in this game, you're going to be dealing with team dynamics most of the time. So it's a little different, right? The pacing changes a little bit. Unless you play as a solo class, that is. But yeah, I'd say, like, as far as downtime goes, I'd say, like, EverQuest is the king of downtime. Like, in EverQuest, you're gonna be sitting and meditating for like 5+ minutes when you're a high-level mage. It's crazy. I'd say World of Warcraft is kind of on the much lighter end of having to rest for downtime. For me, I play on Turtle WoW, and I find that there's not enough downtime for me. Like, when I group up with other players, I would actually like it if there was more downtime. Like, more time where we're just chilling and, you know, we can talk or whatever, right? In this game, I would say the downtime is in between. It's in between WoW, like classic WoW and EverQuest, leaning more towards WoW than EverQuest. And also, you don't like fight. You don't rest after every fight. Like, look at me here. I'm just, you know, I get a couple of fights in, and then I rest for like, you know, almost a minute, right? That's fine. Puppet Master's not in yet. So okay, here's where Horizon is at. Horizon, they have Rise of Zalart, and they have Chains of Promathia. So that means there's no Rune Fencer, there's no Blue Mage yet, there's no Dancer, there's no, what else? I'm trying to think what else. Oh yeah, Corsair. Corsair is not actually in yet, because that's Treasures of Ot-Urgen. It's the next expansion up. Puppet Master is also in that expansion. So they're one expansion away from having Puppet Master and all that. Like, I'm sure they'll have it, like, eventually. It's a slow progress thing because they're doing so much custom content, you know, revamping the look and feel of the game. So I wouldn't count on these being out soon. But you still have access to a lot of good classes. Ninja is in, and there's no rogue here, there's thief. You start as a thief, and thief is, you know, it's separate from ninja. It's a totally different class. I gotta say, like, thief is a good choice. They actually buffed up thief. Thief is a little underpowered normally. Like, thief is one of those classes where, like, in vanilla FF11, people tend to consider them to be on the weak side. But here they've been buffed up. They have triple attack, so they're much more proficient melee fighters. They're in a good place. But the main reason that you'd want to be a thief is it's the only class in the game that gives you a bonus on getting rich. Hey, you like them fat stacks of gil? You want that money? You want to see your balance go to the moon? Go thief. So, like, thief, like, look, they're a good fighter. Good enough, but, like, they're very good for sneak attack and trick attack and all that. But the main thing is that thief they have passive bonuses to their gil gain. So, like, if I kill an enemy and I get 10 gil, a thief would kill an enemy and they'd get 15 gil, right? They just make more money. They also have treasure hunter. So, like, for me, whenever I kill something, I might have like a 30% chance of a drop, right? The thief would have a 60% chance of a drop, right? So yeah, if you want to make that money, thief is the way to go. Like, they get more things for that as they level up. But also they have, like, they are the class for, like, backstabbing and front stabbing. So, okay, here's how it works, right? Thief has a couple of really unique abilities. So they have, at 15, they get sneak attack. And sneak attack is what you think it is. You activate it, and the next attack you do will do massive critical damage to the target. And when I say massive damage, I mean you will make a black mage's strongest spell look like a fly swat. Like, you can drop an enemy that might take like a full minute to kill. You can drop it in like 10 seconds. It's a very strong attack, but you'll only be using it once per battle. And then later on, they get trick attack. And trick attack is you have to stand behind a party member and you do a massive critical attack like sneak attack, but all of the hate from the attack you do transfers to the guy you're standing behind. And I know that sounds like that sounds like a fucking dick move, right? But here's the thing, the way to use it is you have 2 tanks in your party, and you stand behind the off tank, and you basically help him keep aggro. And yes, you can combine trick and sneak attack, so you can just do a massive damage, massive aggro dump on some poor motherfucker if you want to. And yeah, basically, if you want to be rich in this game, you either be a thief or hire a thief, or make friends with a thief. Like a lot of thieves will offer their services to other players, like yeah, hey, I'll kill that for you, you know, just split the loot, right? But they also get the ability to pick locks too. There are treasure chests in this game, and normally you have to get a rare key to open the chest. Yeah, no, thieves can just pick the lock. We're gonna go to the moon. Your balance through the roof. Like, no, Burn, like, if you're interested, like, Horizon is a good like, you know, I have that character on Eden. I'm established there, but, like, playing here, they have made the game look and sound better than it has ever sounded and looked. Like, they're making gameplay improvements, their own content. Like, this is a good server. And it's got a ton of people playing. Like, I'm already thinking, yeah, I might switch over, right? I'm thinking I am switching over. Yeah, it's not a huge install, and they have a launcher. Like Eden, like a lot of private FF11 servers, they have like, you have to manually set up Ashta, and it's a bit of a mess. You need a little technical know-how. I think the only thing is, oh, there was one technical thing I had to do. When I first booted up the game, it wouldn't load into my character, and it turns out like there was a file for the game that for some people it doesn't like download properly. So you just it's actually pinned on their Discord. You just download that and stick it in, and it works fine. But other than that, it's a very easy install. And the launcher, like, again, I like the launcher better than the Final Fantasy XIV launcher. Also, I'm pretty sure they've depicted gil as a currency. They might depict it here somewhere, I think. Yeah, there you go. Right there. That right there. That's what a gil looks like. It's really fucking tiny, but it basically just looks like a little gold coin. It's just a little gold coin, that's all it is. Alright, so like what I'm doing right now, I'm trying to level up, but also I'm trying to get money for my spells. As a red mage, having good spells is a priority. Good gear is a priority too. Red mage is kind of an expensive class. But, yeah, I don't even have enough money to buy the spells that I can already use. But I will say this, Burn, so here's the thing, if you like Thief, you're gonna have to eventually level up Ninja, because Thief actually, like, Thief and Ninja complement each other very well. Like, what Thief does, like, you've got that big sneak attack damage. What Ninja does good is Ninja allows you to dual wield. So, like, if you sub-job Ninja, you can dual wield knives to kind of double up your damage. Like, it actually doubles up your damage. And also it lets you use ninjutsu, and that's very valuable. Now here's the thing about Ninja. It's a bit of a hard class to unlock. Like, when you unlock Ninja, you will actually feel like you accomplished something. It's hard. The other thing is, the other thing is ninja is a very expensive class. There's there's actually a lot of very expensive classes in this game, and it's because in this game, things like your ninja powders that you need for ninjutsu, those are actual items that you need to either craft or buy. So like every single time you cast a ninjutsu spell, that costs one ingredient. And you're gonna want to have, like, you know, a couple stacks of ingredients with you at all times. And you will be expected in a party to use your ninja magic because it does some pretty cool shit. But it gets really expensive. Like playing a ninja can get super expensive. But the thing is, it's a powerful class. Like, it is a hard class to unlock, and it is also a very strong class. The same goes for stuff like Ranger. If you want to be a good Ranger, every single arrow you shoot is a physical arrow, and you will have to either craft or buy it. So, yeah. You know, like, slinging arrows can get expensive, but at the same time, arrows do a lot of damage. Like, they do crazy damage if you get the good arrows. Like, you can get, like, there's, like, some stupid, like, god killer arrow that, it's crazy expensive. Like, you're gonna be paying, like, 1,000,000 gil for a single arrow, but if the arrow hits, it's just, like, a one-shot. There's crazy shit like that. Oh yeah, Burn, you can totally change character size. My character's medium. I just go with medium because I feel like it animates the best. It's, you know, it's how the character is supposed to be by default. But you can be tall or short if you want to be. I see, you're getting to some character creation. I do kind of like that they do it through their website, so you can make a character to play or delete it, just, you know, without even playing yet. I like that. Also, if you get in, I mean, look, you can play whatever nation you want, but I'm normally 100% Bestoke because, you know, Sid is in Bestoke. If you like Sid, he's there, but for the stream, I'm doing Sandoria. And, I don't know, Sandoria is nice. It's a nice classic fantasy kingdom. It is typical fantasy kingdom. But yeah, I normally just play Bestoke because I like the theme of it. It's this industrial human city, and I kind of like it, right? But for the stream, I wanted to go with a more traditional fantasy, right? We're just traditional fantasy here. Yeah, I know, typical fantasy kingdom filled with giraffe elves. You know, as you do. But they're all good choices, and you can, for a significant gil fee, you can change your nation later on. You'll get that option. But it does cost a lot of gil, and you have to redo your nation missions. Like players can play with each other from different nations, that's not an issue. But it's an issue when it comes to conquest. Which, for those that don't know, if I pop open the region map, there's competition between the nation states. Like, as you can see, there's Sandoria. We currently own the Ronfar, which is where I am now. Also Norvalen. Like, you know, players playing and killing monsters in an area gets you points, and you win areas. And when you win these areas, it gives you benefits. It unlocks crafting materials from that region that's the only way to get. It allows you to fast travel teleport to those regions. There's all kinds of reasons you want to capture areas. And again, you can play with whoever you want to play with, but you know, it helps to be, helps to be on the same team when it comes to conquest. I mean, look, I've played with Burn on the stream before in a couple of games. Burn joined me with City of Heroes, but it's kind of hard to line up because again, I play EU hours. Most people here are NA, so it's hard to line up a good time. That's the main problem we run into. But if people want to play, we can play together. We have the Discord, so people can hop on in that, and we can also invite you on, so to speak. Like this is, this is a very interactive stream. It's why I like being a little baby stream here, because I can just really interact with everyone individually. That's how I like to do it. Yeah, Sito is just the old man that doesn't want to join in the fun that the kids these days are having. Sito doesn't want to put on his spandex and represent in City of Heroes or be an adventurer in FF11. Sito will have no part in that. Yeah, Burn. Oh, yeah, a whole 12 gigabytes, man. Now look, to be fair, back in the day, 12 gigabytes would be a pretty big game. Like when half the players are still on dial-up, like, that would not be insignificant. But I will say this, I think Final Fantasy XI looks better than World of Warcraft, like the classic version. I know that's just a style thing. It's purely it's purely a aesthetic choice thing, but I like the way character models look here. Like, they don't look hyper realistic, obviously, but I feel like they look more normal, like this is a human. I can tell what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at a jacked Lego man. Oh yeah, I know, those tabletop art, god, that's even harder to organize. Like, I'd say, like, playing an MMO with you guys, that's much easier to just kind of drop in, drop out than organizing a tabletop game. I'd love to do it, but that's a lot harder for me. Man, at some point I gotta get on Turtle WoW again, because, like, even people who don't know that much about MMOs, I think, like, everyone has sampled WoW at some point in time. And Turtle WoW is an interesting experience, just because of how much they've changed. Man, I keep, like, just zoning out to the music here, like, this is... Okay, hold on. I want to do something real quick. I want to compare musics, if I can, right? You hear this soundtrack, you hear it right now. Let me just do something. Let me go into config and let me just turn my music off. And I want to find the original Ronfar music, and I want you to hear that. And I don't know, I think this is better. To me, it's easier to listen to. But give me one sec. I have to hop on the YouTubes and all that, so hold on. Let me mute for a second here. Mute the game anyway. Well, it's not doing anything right now. And let me just Google up the music for FFXI. Oh, hold on. FFXI Ronfar music, and let me get that going, and you can do a little comparison. Okay, here it is. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so let me just give you a little sample comparison. You've been hearing it as I've been playing. This is all new on this server. So now this is the original music for the Ronfar. This right here. It's the same general thing. Like, it's roughly the same. but it has much less. The tone quality is not as good. And it's because it's like a 2002 or something soundtrack for the PlayStation 2. It still sounds good, don't get me wrong. Like, this sounds good too. But it never really goes full orchestral like it does on Horizon. Again, still good, but I feel like it's lacking something. It's also a shorter loop, I think, too. Okay, it does have a little more, but... So yeah, I don't know. Just a quick comparison. Oh, there's this little like synthesizer doots. But still good. I think still good, right? I could still listen to it. But all right, yeah. So it's still good. I could still listen to it, but I'm enjoying the Horizon version a little bit more. All right, let me switch back in here. Hold on. Let me get back in and turn my music back on. Crank it up. All right. So yeah, they're both good, you know? Like FF11 has some very iconic music. But I kind of like this for just like if I'm going to be in this zone for hours at a time. Like if I'm going to be in this zone killing rabbits for 3 hours or whatever. This is a much softer, easier sound to listen to. I gotta be honest, Vexus, if my first experience with MMOs was like those super grindy Korean, factory MMOs, if that was my first intro, I probably wouldn't like the genre very much. But yeah, my first intro to MMOs was Ultima Online, and Ultima is it is a pure sandbox MMO. No levels, just skills, just do whatever. Go out in the woods and chop down trees, turn them into planks, and build a boat out of it. That kind of shit, right? Since that was my first intro to MMOs, and admittedly, you can't quite go that nuts in stuff like this, it gave me a very positive first impression of what an MMO can be. And that impression was that an MMO can be this massive shared fantasy world where we're all just making and playing a character, and we're just existing, right? We're just living a fantasy life in this massive world, doing whatever, whether that's being a lumberjack or sailing the world and going to weird islands with possible treasure on it, or being a grave robber. You can literally do that. Whatever, right? Or, if you want to go more classic fantasy and be a great and terrible wizard, you can do that too in Ultima. It's all good. But it felt like a world of limitless possibility, right? To me, that's what an MMO can be. Just this kind of endless possibility, and more importantly, very social. Games like Ultima Online are incredibly social. It's all about whatever you're doing, you're interacting with your fellow players in the world all the time. Whether you're being the lumberjack and, hey, I'm selling my crafted wood goods to other players to furnish their house, right? Or, I'm plundering treasures on some lost island to bring it back to civilization and ply my wares in a shady alleyway, right? Whatever, Or maybe I'm just a total bastard and, I'm waiting outside of town to knock someone over the head and steal everything they own and then chop their body up and put it in a sack, right? You can do that too if you want. you can also be a sociopath, but you know, either way, that's the game, right? Like, it's all about being social and immersing yourself, and I love that. Games like EverQuest and FF11, yeah, they're not that crazy with the immersion, but they're much more focused on productive social team play and the economy. The economy game in FF11 is fucking nuts. Like, if you enjoy crafting, gathering, getting rare items, whatever, and then selling them to other players and like being kind of a merchant, if that's a type of play that interests you, this game is one of the best for that. Honestly, I'd count it. Like, I would count it Burn. Like, yeah, they don't have all the content of, you know, the live servers right now, though they are working on it. Their plan is to eventually have all the expansions that are on retail, but to have them all scaled down and changed a bit to fit Final Fantasy XI as it was, like, you know, back in 2005. So level 70, the level cap is never going higher than 75. But honestly, I mean, like what I'm doing right here, yeah, it's there's some changes, you know, some updates, but like, this is very much the classic FF11 experience. And it's the full experience up to the Chains of Promathia, which is the second expansion. I'd very much call this getting the classic experience. I'd actually say that you would get more out of this than playing like FF11 on retail. Because on retail, you're just gonna be playing with a bunch of robots, and you're gonna be breezing through the content. You're basically going to get max level and beat all the content within like a week, right? That's what people have literally have said, that you can do that. Yeah, multiple people have said, yeah, you can just do that. The game is kind of just, I don't know, I don't think they really care anymore. Yeah, in modern retail FF11, like, the game it's like Final Fantasy XIV, very streamlined, and like on retail, they have changed this game so much. It's totally different now. And they've made it so you can just play with robots instead of real people. They've made everything easier, like leveling up, getting money, getting loot. Like, everything is easier and balanced for solo play. So you can just beat the game. That's not how Final Fantasy XI, like, that is not how the game was designed. No one intended the game to be played that way. It's only like that now because it is such an old game, and I guess they figure, you know, just let people beat the game, right? That's no good. That is no good. Like, I wouldn't like that. I think most people would not enjoy that. And it shows, because not that many people actually play on the live servers. Also, yay, level 6. Do I have anything I can sell for good money? Okay, look, I've got these earth crystals. I'm gonna try and sell these things for some amount of cash, and I'm gonna try to buy some spells. But yeah, if you want to cross FF11 off your list, honestly, I'm really enjoying Horizon. I'd go with that. It's not perfect, it does have some bugs. Every now and then I get caught in a black loading screen when I'm changing areas. That's a very common emulator server bug. So it does have some, you know, some flaws, but for the most part, the game runs mostly smooth and it plays mostly really good, and the experience is a little better than playing Classic, honestly. But still Classic. Yeah, I do get it. Like, you know, just playing with robots, it's fine if literally all you want to do is see the story, right? Like, if you're only interested in the story of FF11, then yes, playing with robots on the retail client is ideal. But if you also want to be social, and you want a complex team-heavy game, it's not good for that. Also, hey, I could take on my first quest, right? Like for my nation state. I think I have to go to a gate guard, which would be like this guy. Well, he just tells me the Rompar fields are there. Does Grillau have anything for me? Grillau does have things for me. Alright, time to get my quest. So this is what you would consider the main story quest for Sandoria. And each nation is different. Alright, a recruit. What do you want with this gatehouse? A mission, please. Hello, I am an adventurer. I require a quest. Huh, not much work for those wet behind the ears, but... And them ears is massive. How about slaying Orcish scouts? Only the yellowest of yearlings would run from that. We've no work for cowards here. If you're to take the mission, I'll be happy to explain. Alright, tell me more. Also, the quests do get more involved in this. This is newbie stuff. Here's your mission. Orcish scouts roam outside. Kill one and bring me his axe as proof. You'll have to bring me an Orcish axe. No other kind will do. Understand? That's all. You'll take the mission then? Yes. Bring me one of those axes, and your mission will be a success. No running away now. We're a proud country to defend. Yeah, so like, these are newbie quests, you know? They are newbie quests for babies. Some of it's even tutorializing you still. The more interesting stuff comes later. So yeah, the mission is to kill a scout, and I think they're about level 5, I want to say. I could totally kill it, but I'm gonna need better spells to kill it. Like, I'm gonna need a healing spell. I'm just gonna need that. I have no idea where to buy spells in Sandoria. Oh right, I think they're in the northern part, in Port Sandoria. Yeah. But while we're going to see if we can scrounge some money to buy some spells, I think this game still, for what it is, looks good, but I just love looking around the world. And, you know, I think about things like, when you're just walking, like, there is a lot of travel in this game, because there's not that much fast travel. It does exist, but it's very, very limited. But because you have to travel a lot, you get time to just look at the world, you know, and soak it in. Enjoy the journey. But I do like that the faster travel options that are there, like, I mean, of course you have chocobos, you've got airships that go between the nation states. But, you know, that's something you have to unlock. But, like, okay, you do have teleports to regional outposts, but that's tied to the conquest system. Like, your nation has to conquer an area before you get access to that teleport. And you have to do a quest, too. And then there's also, like, white mages. They can, you know, they can teleport between the big tower things that are dotted around the world. But you have to ask a player to teleport you. You know, that's not just a thing you can click a button and do. Which, yes, if you want to make good gil, another way to do that is to be a mid-level white mage and act as a taxi for your fellow players. You can literally just stand around in town and say, hey, I'll teleport you wherever you want to go, just, you know, give me 1,000 gil, right? Like, that's another good way to make some extra cash in the game. And provide a valuable service to your fellow players. That's the important part. Alright, so we got the magic shop here. Oh, they're having a moment. I just want your scrolls. Oh, you don't sell scrolls. I think you sell scrolls right here. Alright, look, I forgot why I'm here. No, I want to buy magic. Yes, there's two kinds of magic. I don't really know what I can get, so let's go with black magic. First off, I want to sell my earth crystals. I would normally only sell these to, like, other players, but I need money right now. I need liquid cash in my hand. So yeah, I'll hold on to these rabbit hides because I feel like I can probably sell them for something. But here we go, poison. Okay, I can learn poison. They don't have stone? Oh, there's stone. Okay, I can learn stone. I do have enough money for my spells. That's good. Alright, so I got my black magic, but I'm a red mage. Good class for beginners. I mean, I guess it depends on... So it really depends on what you want to play. Like, they're all good. They all work. Like, there's no bad class in the game. It depends, like... You have to think about it like this. Like, let's say your end game goal, like Burn, you want to be like a ninja or a thief, then you'd want to start with thief, and then eventually you'd want to, like, that leads in, you know, it gives you a good leveled up sub-job for ninja. So you can be a ninja slash thief, or you'll later on unlock ninja and sub that to thief. Like, if you want to be like a good white mage, you should level up black mage too. And so if, you know, you kind of want to plan what classes you're going to level up so that you can sub-job them to each other and you can make full use out of that. That's the way I'd put it. And it's what your goals are. Like, if you want to make, you know, if you want to get rich fast, then you want to be a thief because it gives you bonuses for treasure and money finding. It's just what you want to do. I would say, though, that maybe Red Mage, which I like. I love Red Mage, but Red Mage is not necessarily the best choice to start. And the reason is because Red Mage, you need both white magic and black magic spells. That's a lot of spells you have to buy. You also need to buy equipment. Like, in order to be a really good Red Mage, you need a proper sword, you need armor. Like, if I was a pure black mage, all I have to worry about is my spells and have a rudimentary weapon that I can fight with. But, you know, I don't have to worry about armor too much. Same goes for white mage. If I was a fighter, like a warrior or a monk or even a thief, I don't have any spells, so all I have to worry about is my equipment. But I wouldn't really worry about that too much. Gil is a struggle early on, but once you kind of learn what you can do to make money, it's not so bad. You'll quickly learn how to make Gil, and then it won't be a problem too much of the time. I mean, hell, you could just go fishing. Fishing makes a shitload of money, and you can literally do it in town. You never have to leave the city in order to make money fishing. I think there's gold carp in Sandoria. They sell for like 200 gil each. You can just sit there fishing them up all day. So yeah, money's not that much of a problem when you know how to get it. But as for class, it just depends on what you actually want to, you know, what you want to do, how you want to play the game. Like, what role do you want to play in a party? That's another way to look at it. Like, you could look at it as, what do I want to accomplish? Or you could look at it as, what role do I want to play in a team? You know? Yeah, you can mix and match. Like I said, that's the sub-job system. You know, like, as a red mage, I'm a jack of all trades. I can fill the healer role, I can fill the DPS role, I can even tank a little bit. So I can do whatever in a party. But depending on my sub-job, you know, I could be a red mage slash white mage, and then I'm a better healer, or a red mage slash black mage, and then I'm better at offensive magic, or red mage slash ninja, and then I'm a better physical fighter, right? Mixing and matching is important. A tanky black mage, now that That would be tricky because, okay, here's the thing. When you sub-job, you get access to all the spells and abilities, but you do not get access to the equipment. So you wouldn't really be able to be a tanky black mage unless you play a Galka. Like, your race is a big factor too. Like, humans are all around. Galka are those big gorilla-looking guys with lizard tails. Like, they are incredibly tanky even when they play as a mage, but their mana is low. So race depends there. But if you want to be like a if you want to be a tanky black mage, the class for you is Dark Knight. So Dark Knight in Final Fantasy XIV, that's a tank class. Here it's a DPS class that, if you gear it right, can tank if you need to, but they have access to the same general types of magic that Black Mage does. Like, you're literally casting Black Mage spells. So if you sub Black Mage to it, you can be basically a plate mail wearing Black Mage, if you want to be. So yeah, like, you can totally do it, but you wouldn't be a Black Mage, you would be a Dark Knight / Black Mage. But I think that would give you the effect you want there. And also, yeah, Burn, I like Dark Knight in FF14, but it is, FF14's Dark Knight is nothing compared to Dark Knight here. Like here, Dark Knight isn't just a plate mail sword wielding, you know, magical knight. It's also, they have intense drain spells. Like, Dark Knights can actually use the drain black magic better than a black mage can. And you can use that to heal yourself incredibly well and kill things with it too. Also, Dark Knights here, they can choose to sacrifice their HP in order to really amp up their damage. So if you're not gonna tank, you can sacrifice your health to just be a killing machine. Like, you can kill yourself with it. Like, if you're not careful, you can actually kill yourself sacrificing health. But no, you can, like, Dark Knight is the super offensive black magic wielding hybrid class that I think you want if you want to be like a tanky mage. Paladin can also kind of do the same thing, but, you know, but like with white magic. So here, a paladin that's more built around, like, say, healing spells and all that. Like, a paladin can actually be a support healer in this game, if you want to do that. So there is freedom. You can't go completely nuts. You know, you can't go totally nuts, but you do have a lot of freedom. It's just you have to find the main and sub-job combination that works best for you and what you want to do. That's the way I'd put it. But, like, if you want to, yeah, like, if you want to maybe be a Dark Knight eventually, like, there's a lot of classes that you can start the game as that would help out with that. Warrior, actually. Warrior is good because, well, okay, in order to even unlock Dark Knight, you have to do a quest where you're given a greatsword, and only a warrior, like, warrior is one of the few other classes that can use a greatsword. And you have to take that sword, and you have to go out and slay 200 enemies. Any 200 enemies, it doesn't matter, they could be level 1. But you'll need to be a warrior to do that. Burn, you're getting that error. That's the same error that I ran into. Go into their Discord. They have a Horizon Discord, it's on the launcher. Go in there, and I think it's like in technical stuff, they just have it pinned. Like, there's a fix for that. It is a common bug. There's a single file you have to download and slap into your game folder. That'll fix it. So you're like me. You got that problem, but it's a very easy fix. Also, well, region-wise, in the real world's Germany, So it is late here. It is, you know, time's getting... I've been streaming for over 7 hours. My throat's getting very hoarse, and I haven't eaten dinner. But I've been so into it. And, like, man, this is a fun server to check out. Ugh. Oh, did I... Hold on, I didn't use my spells. So, it's not enough to buy a spell. So I have to use all the spells that I bought, and that'll add it to my spell book. So cure, stone, poison, all that good stuff. All right. Like that dude's name. Oh, nice, Denmark. I mean, you know, I'm your new neighbor. I am just an ignorant American here, but it's nice over here. I like it. I don't like that I'm so off schedule from all the people I know that play games, you know, in North America. I kind of hate that, but otherwise it's all good. Oh, is this a... Oh, this is the victory parade. Hold on. This is another one of those fun little features. So, so I think this is what... Yeah, this is what happens when your nation is in #1. When your nation state is #1 in the conquest rating, you get this little carnival that shows up, and they put their... Yeah, they put their little tents up. And yeah, you get a little victory show, right? Oh. But also, they have items to buy. Yeah, you can buy ginger cookies from them. Gives you plant killer, resists slow, and gives you +5 MP recovered when healing. Very nice. And, well, I wasn't so much compelled as I got married, which you know, that's why I had to take some breaks. The wife is German, and, you know, I moved here. Yeah, no, it was just the love of sauerkraut. Which, funny enough, I'm the only one in this house that likes sauerkraut. I tend to actually like most of the, I like most of the regional food here. I like it. Like, I like it more than the wife does sometimes. I mean, look, I like a good pizza or burger and fry as much as the next man, but I also, you know, I like me some sauerkraut. I like some Wurst. I like it. Alright, so let's see. I'm gonna see if I can sell these rabbit hides that I've got. I have a stack of rabbit hides, which is, a stack is just 12. I can sell them for exactly $4.20. Yeah, man. Oh man. No, I'll sell it for like $3.90 so that they actually sell. But that's still like twice as much money as I could get just selling it to an NPC. Oh hey, look, a child elf. Look at that, little NPC child elf. It's horrifying. Oh, crafter. That's crafting. I gotta be honest, and I don't like to shit on my former land, but like, look, I'm a southerner, alright, you know, from Virginia, and not the nice part, and my general quality of life has only improved being here. Like, I don't think I'd be as healthy, and I don't think I'd be in as a good of a place, just like, you know, health and emotion and mental wise if I'd stayed. Also, it was getting pretty fucking violent too. that too. Which, for those that don't know, Virginia is just under Maryland, which has the nice colloquial name of Murderland. Just putting that out there. But yeah, I'm generally much happier here. It's nice and slow and peaceful, and I like that. What's this guy? Kiryu. His name is just Kiryu. But hey, look, he is a fellow blue-haired anime protagonist. I enjoy that. Yeah, I think, like, I hear, like, a lot of people can have the opposite experience, but I've only positive change here for me. Only positive. So, okay, I got all these new spells. So, again, this is the part of the game that's a little, you know, you gotta get used to it. So, first off, I'm gonna change this book name to Red Mage. So, this is my macro book. I can just cast spells through the menu if I want, but... So, I have a macro for Dia, right? So, let's alter that. My damage spell, Stone. So, just change the names, just edit the names, so that'll cast Stone. I got Poison, too, so I'll put that there, and I got Cure. So, we'll call this one Cure. And you change target to ST. That gives you more flexibility in targeting. It's slower, but it lets you swap the target between enemies and friends. Alright, and then let's change Stone to Poison. And just slip that in there. Like, this is, I think this is another one of those things that can really scare away, like, people that are used to more modern MMOs. You can totally just cast spells like from the menu if you want. You know, you can do that. So like normally, right, if you don't want to use a macro, you get the menu in the bottom left of the screen and you can chat, magic, abilities, trusts are not on this server. But like, yeah, magic, and then you can select it and cast it almost like a single player Final Fantasy game, honestly. And that works. It's slow, but it works. It's perfectly acceptable for like super hard combat. But like if you want to more comfortably cast spells, then you want to write a macro and then just, you know, hit Control 1, Control 2, Control 3. It's just more responsive. So now I've got more spells. So Stone. Yeah, there's the black magic, and I can cure myself, so if my health gets low, I can just heal. But as a red mage, like my direct damage it's never really gonna be amazing. Like, it can be good, but it's never gonna be amazing, at least not without a black mage subjob. So for me, like, the most effective use of my magic is to buff myself, heal myself, and debuff the enemies. Like, that's the most kind of MP efficient way to cast spells as a red mage. But at the same time, you don't want to neglect your elemental magic, because skill points. Like, everything is a skill, and you want to level your skills up. So you want to cast Stone, you want to cast Poison, like you want to use all your spells so that you level them up. Or you level up the, you know, the stat associated with it. Now, understandably, Stone does not really do too much against the, you know, the earth element worms, right? Doesn't really hurt them that much. That's something that it's such a shame that Final Fantasy XIV dropped it. Like in FF14, outside of Eureka, which is more of a mini-game, there aren't really elemental strengths and weaknesses. There's no damage types. But in this game there are. So like, yeah, you know, you have to pick the right element to use against the right enemy. You know, like a fire enemy is gonna be weak to water and wind. You know, stuff like that. That's I love that. And it's not just elements, it's damage types. like, more blunt damage is better against skeletons. Like, stabbing a skeleton doesn't really work out so good. Slashing damage is better against stuff like orcs. And stabbing damage is better against, I think any enemy that has a shell, like a crab or something. Stabbing, like, piercing damage is more effective against them. Like, it's not so extreme that if you don't have it, you're just gonna be helpless, but you'll notice the difference. You'll really notice the difference when you go up against an enemy and you're not using something that it's weak to, or even worse, you're using something that it's strong to. You'll really notice the difference. Let's see, where am I for levels? Okay, I'm 475 out of 1,750. I'm not gonna go too much longer because I am hungry, and also my throat's getting sore. I've been streaming for a long time, but I'm gonna just kill a little bit more and I guess a little more, go over some more things about this. Also, if anyone has questions. I mean, I'm new to Horizon myself, but I'm not new to Final Fantasy XI. I'm an old school FF11 player who is just going nuts about this. Honestly, this is one of the better versions of the game, I'd say. I mean, if you like that classic gameplay. I'm having fun with it. I like all the changes they made, the updates to the sound and textures and everything. And they let you have blue hair. That is a custom server feature. The new faces and hairstyles. I can be the anime protagonist I always wanted to be. You could make a blue-haired anime human, and you could. It actually wouldn't be too hard to LARP as Fate from Star Ocean till the end of time. I could see the look, and that was also a PS2 game. Funny enough. I just realized I don't have a shield. I wonder if I can buy one. A shield would really help me out. Like right now, I'm just kind of waving my single sword around like a madman, but I could get like a shield if I wanted to. It would help me out. It'd make me more effective, but honestly, I probably don't have enough gil, so I'm not gonna try. That's the one thing. That is the one thing. I'm not sure. I'm gonna talk to my fellow player. I mean, for me, the text isn't tiny. There might be something you can do about that in in the launcher. There are some additional configuration options. So you might find something there. For me, running the game in 1080, this looks fine to me. But you might be able to do something. You can change the resolution in-game too. So check around. I would look with the config. I would really play with the configurations both in-game and in the launcher. But as far as adding a friend, unfortunately, no. And the reason is because FF11 was very weird about how it did the friends list and stuff like that. The way that FF11 did it is the friends list was actually out of game. Like, yes, there is an option here. I'm pretty sure there is an option in-game under communication to, like, add a friend. Yeah, the friends list doesn't work because the friends list, you see when I mouse over it, it says use the Play Online Viewers friends list function. So they actually did the friends list in the launcher, not in-game. And because we're basically emulating the game and emulating a whole new launcher, it's just not possible to have a friends list. Oh, nice, nice. So, I mean, basically, the way you keep track of friends is you write their name down, and you add them on Discord. Like, that's just the way to do it. I mean, the launcher directly links to their Discord. The HorizonXI Discord is very active. Like, it's super active and very helpful too. I'd honestly say that since Square Enix, they didn't put the friends list in the game to begin with. Oh, hey, there you are. I would say, like, yeah, just use Discord for people you want to play with in game. Also, you have chosen the Forbidden Cat Girl. You are not appropriately dressed for the weather in this kingdom. But I see you have chosen to join me as let's see. I'm checking you. You can see me checking you. You're a thief, level 1 thief. I can see your gear, these Mithrin gaiters and loincloth. A fine loincloth, indeed. Oh god, no, Burn, no. We don't approve of gnomes around here. No Lalas, no Tarus, no, we don't do that here. But I'll say this, I'll definitely play with you later on this, but like I've been streaming for almost 8 hours, like I can literally feel my throat dying on me, so I really shouldn't play much longer. I really shouldn't. Like how high level did I get? I'm level 6. So I want to test something real quick. We can test something here. This server has level sync, and I'm not sure to what extent exactly. So I'm gonna invite you to a team. Like, I know for a fact you can level sync down as much as you want, but I'm not sure if they limit it to like level, like on Eden you can only level sync at level 10. I want to see if we can level sync real quick, and I think you have to be looking for a group in order to invite. I think there's request acceptance. I think can I search you up and do that? I've honestly never made a group. I know, I'm a horrible MMO player. I always join other people's groups and I never make my own. I think like if I search you, I should be able, or wait, can I just click you and invite you? Surprisingly not. Huh. I can trade with you and all that, but I guess you have to have your flag up in order to, okay. Yeah, I just wanted to see like what the extent of the level sync was, but can test that later. I just want to see if we can like level sync down to level 1, or however low we need to go. That way we don't have to worry about out-leveling one another, because I'll probably mostly just play this character on the stream, and otherwise just play my own character. And I will blend into the shadows. You'll never know it's me. Like, when I play incognito, I go real fucking incognito. I am invisible. I am the wall. But, yeah, this server has level sync, which is it's a convenience feature that was not in the game originally. Originally, if we out-leveled one another, you're just fucked. Like, if you know, if I'm level 10 and you're level 5, tough shit, get on my level. That's how it used to be. But with level sync, we can freely set the group to be whatever level we want it to be amongst the party members. So, like, it won't be a problem to team up. That's a convenience feature I think is okay. Like, I don't think that ruins the classic feel of the game. It just lets you play with people you want to play with. I think that's a good change. Like, I used to be against, I used to be very anti-level sync, but I really see the need of it. I see why people need level sync, why it's important. Also, do I get credit for just healing you? Like, do I get skill ups even if you're not injured? No. I guess you gotta be hurt. You've gotta be bleeding out in order for my cure to count. Damn. But welcome. I guess what I can say is welcome to Final Fantasy XI. A bold world of adventure in the PlayStation 2 era awaits you. Oh god, I'm really gonna kill my voice. I need to call it. But I hope you enjoy it. Like, it's a slow game, but and there is a learning curve. There certainly is. But it ain't that hard once you really get into it. Things will become second nature very quickly. Oh my god, Beard Masher. That guy. That's a name right there. That is a name. But yeah, we can party up and do the contents. Maybe kill that orc with the axe, right? Like the orcish axe man. That's for like a low-level character. That's actually gonna be kind of hard. Like I think even a level 5 character can just get murdered by an orc. So that's something to do maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, right? If you're up for it, I'll try. If my voice isn't dead, we'll try to do another afternoon stream and go as long as we can tomorrow. In which case we could work on that MSQ. Oh damn. All right. Well, we'll still do it though. Like when you can play again, we'll try to schedule it up, and with the power of level sync, like if I do it first, I'll help you to do it. If you do it first, well, we'll work it out, right? But it's a team game, it's a social game, so whenever you can, we'll make the progress. Yeah, Sito. I mean, I will admit I prefer Bestock for the Beastmen, like the big Quadav turtle men. Like, man, those shells are worth so much money. You can melt them down into dark steel. God, they're awesome. They're great for killing. Orcs not so much. Like, orcs don't drop any material of any value at all. Like, none. They're poor as shit. And they don't have any valuable body parts we can kill them for. So Sandoria is kind of poor for that sort of thing. But I mean, they're still fun to kill. They're, big, dumb, lizard, frog, orc men. Still fun for killing. You just don't get rewarded for it nearly as much. Alright, let me rest my MP up, but I think I'll call it here. I have introduced you all to the wonderful world of HorizonXI, which, admittedly, I do feel bad that so my first FF11 server that I tried was Nasomi. That server was a goddamn mess, but it was kind of a first-generation private server. And then I played on Eden, and I liked Eden. I still like Eden. I don't want to give up on Eden. But Eden is very limited in scope. They just want to replicate the game as it was in 2005, and they don't really have much ambition for improving on the game and making the experience better, right? But Horizon, they're also classic. They love the classic game, and that's what they're going for. But they also see that, yeah, even with the classic game, there was a lot that could be improved. There's a lot of work that can be done to make the game look, sound, and play better. And they're doing that. They're working on it. And I think the high player count really supports that the server's going in a good direction. Now, maybe that'll change. Maybe they'll drop the ball and fuck it all up, and then, then we run back to Eden. But I don't see it. The servers run pretty good. I'm willing to commit to making new characters, multiple new characters, to play on this server and really check it out. But yeah, I guess I took a good look. We really got into it. Characters were made. A little bit of story progress was done. I guess I should archive this, right? I haven't archived my streams in a while, but I feel like maybe I should archive the. I don't know if it's worth archiving or not. Do we need a progress log of you know, Final Fantasy XI completion on Horizon? Do we need that? I'm not sure. Honestly, not sure. But oh, hold on. Let me take down my party flag, because that'll be up even when I log back in tomorrow. But I guess I don't know. I'm excited for Horizon. It's a new thing to me. It's a classic thing in a new way. I guess I'll play it again tomorrow if I can, because I'm having fun. Oh God, burn. Oh no, another David Cage game. I mean, I'm not looking forward to getting Indigo Prophecy to run. I already installed it. It's already installed, but I have some difficulty trying to run it. And apparently Indigo Prophecy is unplayable on Steam. You have to do some things and download some things, and I need to look up a walkthrough for that. But eventually we'll do that one. Man, Steam is really bad for getting old games that actually run. Steam really just does not give a shit. They just put the games out there and don't really care if it actually works or not. Yeah, I mean, like, look, when I can get Indigo Prophecy going, I will totally play it for the stream. Maybe, I'm not sure if it's a weekday or a weekend thing, I'm not sure. But the main thing is, it's actually hard to get running. Like, it's actually one of the more difficult games I've seen to make work on a modern PC, so it's gonna be a project just to get it functioning on my machine. You gave me homework, Burn. You wanted to give me a gift, but you gave me homework. All right. So okay, oh God, I need to eat. I need dinner. I'm very late to dinner. Yeah, I know, like, it's remastered. It's the remastered edition. You'd think this shit would be fixed, but it's not. Like, they just didn't give a shit. But yeah. I'm hungry. I need to make a sandwich or something. Like, my head's actually hurting because I've been talking. I've been so excited for so long, and I haven't eaten anything. I haven't drank as much water as I should have either. I need to stop. And it's late too. It's getting late. So I hope you all had fun. I will try to do another stream tomorrow, and we'll come back here. We will continue our Final Fantasy XI adventure. I may or may not archive it. I'm up in the air. I'm not sure. But I'm enjoying the Horizon server. I like it. It's a lot of fun. I like Eden also. It's also a good server, but this one's a little more ambitious, and I can recommend it to new players a little more. That's my end stance on the whole thing. If you want to join in, anyone that's silently lurking, it's HorizonXI. So Horizon 11, but with Roman numerals. They're doing it pretty good. Nice, good, very populated FF11 server. I'm enjoying it so far. My Red Mage adventures will continue.